John Cappuchino holding you down inside of the Hip Hop Coffee Shop, and with me, I have a very special guest. And the good thing is, I had a chance to speak with him on the phone about a month ago, and he was like, I asked him when was he coming to Philly, and he made it, y'all. I got my man T.I up in the building. What's up?
Yeah, what's happening?
Nothing much. Now, of course, you're here because you got the album that dropped in stores yesterday.
Yeah.
Trouble Man, Heavy is the Head.
Yeah.
Go ahead and let us know, who did you work with on this album?
Man, everyone from Akon, Andre 3000, man, Lil Wayne, ASAP Rocky, Meat Mill, Pete, Pink, R. Kelly, CeeLo Green.
You got a lot of folks on this album.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what makes this album different from every other album that T.I has put out?
Well, all of my albums, man, are a snapshot of where I am in my life and what I've gone through. You know what I'm saying? And my reflection on what I've gone through. You know what I mean? And I feel like right now, man, this is probably one of the best places I've been in.
Okay, all right. And speaking of that, you're an author, you're a rapper, you're an actor. You got the cool clothing line. What else is next for you?
Man, I can't say more opportunities, and just trying to create opportunities for those around me, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to introduce new talent into the world.
Right.
And just staying focused on executing proper application of skills and business.
So Tia, let me ask you this. At what point will you say, I'm done with music?
I don't know. I can't call it.
Okay.
I don't know. Whenever I get ready.
But of course, you're not ready right now.
Well, I got an album out right now.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know how some people
Yes,
I'm
this is my
gonna
last
take a little
album.
break and then like.
I mean, well, I might have to take a break long enough to work on another one.
But that's really not a break though, because you're still gonna be working.
Well, I'm gonna keep working.
Okay, and speaking of, Tiny. She used to have a group back in the day. Are you and Tiny gonna collaborate on something? You and your wife, or is it too hard to mix business with pleasure?
I mean, we don't like when I'm in the studio, she chilling. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody trying to go. We're not working like we have a personal relationship. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't really see us
in the studio together.
I mean, not in that capacity. We'll be in the studio together, but we're not gonna be, you know what I'm saying, like necessarily working. It's more realistic for us to write a song.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think she's focused more of her attention to writing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's her focus right now.
All right, now let's focus on the family hustle. The show. First of all, I love the show. I told you off the phones. You come off so family oriented, and we love that about you. But you're always making the family really hustle. They always want something, and you pretty much prep them to go get it.
That's right.
So I know your son. He's trying to rap. Your daughter, she's singing in the group, and I believe the youngest one, the one episode that I did catch, he's trying to do a pajama line.
That's King. That's my 8-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was that all working out with the family trying to be, trying to have their hustle going?
Well, they're gonna have to do something. You know what I'm saying? And I encourage their enthusiasm, man, as much as I can, man. I just want them to follow their passion, man, and just get used to trying to generate some form of revenue.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. Now, I can kind of say some of your revenue's been taken back. Not really taken back, but you were in the show Boss. They have not been picked up for a third season, so are we going to see you on some newer shows, some newer movies?
I don't know, man. I haven't, there's nothing that is solidified that I can speak of as of yet. You know what I'm saying? So we're just I'm gonna have to answer that question when I hear something more definite.
In other words, there's some things going on, but he just can't say just yet. Not mad at you. Now, here's another question I do have to ask. I was kind of surprised to see your friendship with Nelly on your show. What's up with the bromance with you guys?
Bromance. I mean, I think that's an exaggerated term to the highest.
Now, you guys seem real cool. He seems like he's open to the kids.
We partners, man. We've always been cool, man. Just, now that I have a show, you get to see the people I hang around.
And that's a good thing.
But yeah, he good people, man. He good people. He's solid. He's a solid cat. And, you know what I'm saying? And we appreciate one another's personality.
Okay.
And you know, I mean, I think that's the best way to say it.
Okay. Now, here's another thing I want to ask you. I read a while ago, you had an interview with someone, and when you were locked up, your friends reached out to you, including Will Smith.
Nope.
No, that's not true.
Not when I was locked up.
Okay.
That's I think that was a misspoken or at least a misprinted.
Okay.
A misprinted fact. I mean, yeah, I said that Will and I before I actually, you know, found out what the outcome of my circumstances would be. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think that was kind of like very.
They took it and ran with that interview.
Yeah, they took it and ran with it.
Okay, all right. Well, also, looking on your past, because I know you say all your albums speak about what you go through in your life. Yeah. Looking on your past, and one of the reasons why you got locked up was the whole gun situation. I want to kind of mix that in with the current situation with Sandy Hook. How do you feel now?
Mix that in?
Yeah, like what are your feelings and how do you feel about gun control?
I mean, I think that was a travesty. I think it was atrocious that any human being, man, is able to end a life so innocent, you know what I'm saying, behind absolutely nothing.
Right.
I just can't. I don't know, man. I don't.
It's one thing that's hard to speak about.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I just don't. I don't have any words for it, man. It's a travesty, man. And I mean, as far as gun control, problem is, man. This is the problem. You can strict it. You can make the laws more strict. You can, you know, do whatever it is you think is efficient.
Right.
However, they exist, and there has been, like, they've been, like, pretty much flooded into our community.
Yeah.
And if you illegalize guns, then you make it to where only the criminals will have them. Only the people who are willing to break the law will have them. And that means that they may only be used for crime.
Right, right.
As long as they are, and although people do manipulate the law, but I mean, man, it's just, I'm talking about it's necessary in certain areas of certain communities. Right. For protection.
Yeah, now that I definitely understand. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if everybody could, and if everybody could move away and separate themselves to a certain degree from the element, then maybe that would work. But if you're a single parent or a small business owner and your small business happens to be here, you know what I'm saying? Then I mean, man, I think you should have that right. That's just me, man. I think the Constitution concurs with me. You know what I'm saying? It's a Second Amendment right. I still think that for that right to be afforded to you, that there should be more of a criteria that you go through.
Okay.
Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe more classes or maybe more
background
mental
checks.
Not background checks ain't enough because you know nowadays they got the felon. You know what I'm saying? If you're a felon, you can't have it.
Right.
But you got people who ain't felons, but they not mentally stable. How can you determine that by looking at their background? Exactly. They've never gotten in trouble, but it don't tell you that they are mentally they're mentally unstable. So it's more to it than just a felony or not. Okay. Maybe it should be a class. Maybe it should be like I said, a mental stability test. I mean, I just think it's, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot more to be done. But I don't think just wiping the opportunity to defend oneself and one's family, just wiping that off the table completely, I don't think that's the answer.
I love that conversation with you. Damn it, T.I. Now, one more question for you. Back on the album right quick. Trouble Man, Heavy is the Head. If you did an infomercial on selling your CD right now, how would you sell it to everybody who don't have it just yet since it hit stores yesterday?
Well, I mean, if you appreciate music and you are a connoisseur of the finest artist music have to offer, I think that this project in its entirety is a cohesive body of work, man. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, anyone who goes, you know, takes the time out to grab it and listen to it, they'll agree. And I think that's a reason enough if you love music.
That's a good reason to me, man. T.I. in the building with me. We appreciate you so much for stopping on by. Y'all keep it locked in right where you got it. It is Philly's Power 99.